Well, this sucks, and this happens every year right about this time. And if you live in the northern part of the country like we do, the condition is even worse. It's called the seasonal blues or seasonal depression. The weather teases you with a mild day and then it's right back to the snow and cold. And it's like torture. I'm sure many of you can relate to that. So recently, Gina and I watched a documentary about Paul Anka, the singer. And it was actually an amazing film. It's on HBO. And if you don't know who Paul Anka is, I really suggest you look him up. If you're my age or older, you most certainly know who he is. He's a living legend, and he's one of the last remaining crooners of the 1950s era. But now he's in his mid-80s, and not only does he continue to perform, he sounds as good or better than he ever has. So in the documentary, he said something that really stood out to me. Don't let the old man in. So I was talking to Gina about this last night, and she reminded me that there's also a Toby Keith song with the same title. So I looked up the lyrics to that song, and there's one line that says, "Get up and go outside and don't let the old man in." And then that kind of dawned on me that that's essentially what this channel, Nowhere Bound, is all about. So today's video is going to be a blast from the not so distant past. 5 years ago, almost to the day, right now it's the end of February 2026, and this was back in 2021, I was dealing with some pretty severe seasonal depression. At that point, my previous marriage was failing, we were on the tail end of COVID, I had recently undergone back surgery, and my entire life was up in the air and everything felt uncertain. But I knew I wanted to start a YouTube channel. So, in this video, and this is really for the OG fans of the channel, this offers a little sneak peek into the very early beginnings of Nowhere Bound. Back then I was experimenting with different content and production styles, and I was trying to figure out a new direction in my life in general. So, long story short, I needed to get away for a few days. I called my brother, he and I hopped in my truck, and we literally took off for a weekend and roamed the state of Pennsylvania. And that weekend we also met up with a few old friends at my buddy Joe's lake house out in the Laurel Highlands of PA, Western PA. Now in this video, you're gonna see a bunch of guys in their early 50s acting like a bunch of 12-year-olds. We didn't let the old person in, and for a short time, we collectively cured our seasonal blues. So let's rewind, go back a few years, pre-Nowhere Bound, when things were very different in my life. And you're gonna see that sometimes the best medicine is coffee and being good to each other and getting outside. Thanks for tuning in. This weekend is going to be a fun one, man. I've been looking forward to this so much. I'm calling this one the Seasonal Depression Tour because this is hopefully going to be a cure for that seasonal depression. I've got cabin fever like crazy. We gotta go. We have a lot of stuff planned for this weekend. By we, I mean myself and my brother. The plan is, we're gonna scout for campsites in Forbes State Forest. We're going to Ohiopyle to hike a couple of miles on the Laurel Highlands Trail. Then we're going to Ogery Lake to visit some of my friends that I haven't seen in a long time. We're also gonna take this truck overlanding on some of the four-wheel drive high clearance roads. And then Sunday, we're going to the Appalachian Trail. Yes, the Appalachian Trail. We're just gonna go walk on the trail for a mile or two just to say we did it. So we're just gonna be dipping our toe into a lot of different things this weekend. and it is going to be so fun. I cannot wait. The weather is beautiful today. The sun is out. It's a little chilly right now, but it's going to be a beautiful weekend, and I'm just excited to get outside, get into the mountains, and chill out and have some fun. Here we are in the Forbes State Forest, checking out one of the campsites. Free camping here. It looks pretty nice. It looks like there's a pond or something down there. I'm going to go check that out. It's a pretty spot. I'll bet it's awesome in the summertime and springtime. Pretty nice little campsite. I think that we're gonna be back to do some actual camping here. The Laurel Mountains, Forbes State Forest. Peace out. Right outside of Ohiopyle, this was a nice find. Need it. Well, we arrived at the trailhead for the Laurel Highlands hiking trail. We're just going to get on it and dip our toe. Do maybe a mile or so until we get to the high section. We'll see how it goes. And so here's the official start of the Laurel Highlands hiking trail. And it does start off with a bang. It's pretty steep. Right out of the gate. Mile 0. Once you get up over that initial rough patch, it's really pretty tame for a while. It's a very pleasant hike now, at least for a little while. It's a beautiful day at Ohiopyle. And nobody's here, man. This is rare. Definitely a treat. I've never been here when it wasn't packed with people.
The further we move on from all those yesterdays, happiness gets nearer. The light that we see closing in so fast ahead, it's hope, it's getting clearer. And I know somewhere's a place where we can build our memories.
traveling up Suicide Hill.
Yeah, seriously.
Because this hill is where golf carts lose their brakes. Golf carts like this one. That engine's petering out, man.
I smell that.
Yep.
Why is it smoking?
You can smell it burning. That's what the brakes are going to do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it in spots.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
God darn it.
Whoa, this place is haunted.
I'll tell you what.
Dude.
I've never been back here.
Wow.
I've passed it. It's an old deserted Boy Scout. Huh?
Wow.
Oh my God! Look at this snake skin. I'm not even kidding. That is huge. That is big.
There it is!
Oh my God, dude!
I think that's a king cobra, dude.
Dude, that's big.
Yeah, that's huge,
big.
dude.
That's copperhead.
Yeah.
That's copperhead. Shit.
Look at that, like, oh, dude.
That's cockerhead.
That's big. I hate snakes.
Shit.
No, Chris, seriously, don't. No. Just hold up. I'll take a picture. Don't f please.
Okay.
That's crazy. What kind of snake do you think that is?
That's definitely a king cobra.
That's a
Are
real
you
fucking
afraid
deal.
of snakes?
Dude, that's the real deal. Holy shit.
Of all people, the first one to see it's him.
Definitely a king cobra. I mean, definitely a king cobra.
Why pick up the stick? It's not gonna bite you. You don't need the stick.
Dude, look how pretty this is. Come on. Let's conquer your fear. I know you'll never come back here again. That's a mustache. A Fu Manchu. One glass.
You might need to have another bottle.
I'm ready to go.
All right, so I got to stop the video for a second to set up the next scene. All day long, we were talking about a bear that roamed in the woods behind the lake house. And we were trying to play a prank on a couple of the guys who were there for the first time, and they had a little bit of a fear of bears. So the rest of the scene speaks for itself. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the button. Thank you.
Dude, she's gonna charge.
Dry fire.
Get the gun.
Get my knife.
Get the knife. Joey, drive the car up there.
Just trying to climb
I'll
it.
tell you what, that's a formidable opponent right there. Look at that.
Let the ass rape me.
The baby Sasquatch.
We don't belong here. I want more out of life. The longer we stay here, our boots get stuck in the mud. Let's pack up a life, baby, and call it a night. 'Cause the longer we stay here, the harder the fight. I said, hey, yeah, 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 call it a start by leaving behind what's breaking our hearts. I said, hey, yeah, 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 follow the spark. Ain't nothing but a one way.
Today we're gonna set foot on the Appalachian Trail, checking one off the list. I'm gonna officially be able to say I hiked on the Appalachian Trail. Mischief State Forest, Pennsylvania. And this is the actual Appalachian Trail, so watch. I can now say I've officially walked on the Appalachian Trail. All right, time to go home. Just kidding. There's the namesake of this park, Pine Grove Furnace. It's pretty cool. They used to make iron right here. And I don't know if you can see, there's a guy walking right there. That's my brother Russ. Rare sighting. But he's officially on the Appalachian Trail. We're hiking past White Blazes. Pretty cool. This is a nice spot. Would be a fun place to bring the grandkids. With a little bridge.
I burned out like a wandering ember. I shone bright, then my journey was over. What I sought when I ran was back where I began. No matter the rain, no matter the storm, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Leave open the gate, don't turn off the light, I'm coming home. Ooh.